And love everyone. It's your girl Karina. I'm getting used to my little live um, abilities. So I'm doing another live, second time in a row today. This one is going to be short, but it is discussing the presidential debate. And that was a doozy, wasn't it? I wanted to talk to you guys about the symbolics and ritual of the presidential debate and how it is actually tied to the number 11. Okay, so in symbology and in the current symbology that has been presented to us through media, entertainment, and actual worldwide events, the number 11 is one of the key tools that are being utilized. Now, you have to understand that it's a number, but it also is a picture. So it's a symbol as well. Okay. So we'll first start with understanding the symbol. When you look at the 11, it is two poles standing next to one another. Okay. And in a lot of ways, it looks like twins because they look exactly alike, but they are not one entity, they are two separate entities. Okay, so the 11 symbology can be tied to twins. Okay, the 11 can also be tied to the towers. In fact, 9/11 is not only an emergency call, but it is one of the most pivotal dates in world history, right? So the 11 is symbolic. It can be used besides just writing numbers because all it looks like are two lines, right? So it can be used as towers, it can be used in various ways in which you still see 11. Okay, so that is this picture of 11 that we are seeing. But when you look at a debate platform and you look at people who are debating, what does it look like? Especially when you look at the debates in America. What does it look like? The debates in America look like an 11. You have the same but separate on opposing ends, right? So it's almost like twins, but they're opposing ends. The only one that didn't look exactly like that was when Obama ran. That's the only one. And that has a lot of meaning behind it. That's just porridge, you guys, because stay-at-home mom status. Just made some porridge. Okay, so yeah, so every debate has been an 11 energy, right? Every debate are twins, two that look exactly alike, but they are separate, but they are opposing forces. So this debate was nothing different than just a pivotal, monumental, heightened expression of the 11 energy, of the polarization of 11, of two entities that look exactly alike but have opposing stances. Okay, that is 11 energy. Now, speaking to the numerology of 11, that's an important thing to discuss as well. And a lot of you who might be watching might understand that numerology is just as important as astrology and is highly connected to astrology because the numbers in numerology can be tied to the planets. So when we look at 11, right, 11 numerology is considered a master number. And in fact, any number that looks like itself is a master number. In fact, any number that looks like itself is a twin energy as well. But when we speak specifically of 11, we know that it is a master number. So there's a little rule that happens with master numbers in which they cannot be broken down. They can't be broken down. Why do we want to break down numbers? Well, because every number that's a double digit can be broken down to its singular form, can be broken down to its originator, can be broken down to its foundational number, right? Because mainly the number system is 1 to 9, right? So with that being said, 11 belongs to 2. 2 rules over 11. 11 should break down to 2 because it would just be 1 plus 1 equals 2. In numerology, this is how we break down a number. But because it's a master number, it can't be broken down to 2. So it remains in this space of two entities that look exactly the same but are completely different. And because of that, it creates this thing called polarization. The twin polars. Well, sun and moon are, they don't quite look the same, so it's not exactly what you guys are getting. Dynamic forces. Dynamic forces. And when they both don't mesh well, they create electricity between them as they are not able to come together to the two. So what is the two? The sign of Cancer, nourishment energy. Okay? In numerology, the two is the one and the one coming together. So the two is collaboration. The two is harmony. The two is partnership. So can you imagine, I'm sure you can, that you have 1 plus 1 who look exactly alike but cannot come together in partnership? That is the 11 energy. Because the Master 11 cannot be broken down to the two. It must remain on its own as its own entity because it's very powerful. And through the Master 11, through the Twin Towers, through the different poles, we create electricity. We create something else. Okay, so this is why the Master 11 is such a powerful Master number, but also not a very easy energy. There are people who are born with Master 11 energies. Either you're born on the 11th day of the month, or you're born with the life path 11. And if you're born with this energy, you already know. You probably yourself have something manifested similar to this, in which you have something that looks very similar to you. Either they look exactly like you, maybe same height, same skin color, something like that. Maybe they have the same exact zodiacal energies, like the same sun energy. You know what I'm saying? Same sun, moon, and Mars, or same sun and rising. Like something that really showcases that they could literally be your twin, but they are definitely different than you, and creating this powerful force between you and them. I know that if you have a life path 11, or if you're born on the 11th, that you know what I'm talking about. I have confidence in that. Because this energy is, it's part of what makes up the matrix. The numbers, the alphabet, the symbolics, it makes up the matrix. So, with the 11 not being able to break down to the 2, we are in this scuffle of absolute oppositional energy, right? But what ends up happening is that the 11 can channel through something in between it. So I want you to look at the debate again. Turn down the volume and look at the debate and see what else is happening. What else do you see? What's in between them? What's behind them? Right? How are they configured? So these are the important things to understand about decoding your reality. That nothing is by happenstance or coincidence, even when you're not as intentional as those who put together a debate or who put together world events and films and whatnot. Even if you're not as intentional, because you know this even through astrology, that certain things are just in alignment with it. When you have your sovereignty, then you can be able to choose, okay, this is how I want to use this energy. This is my toolbox. This is how I want to move forward with it. But nothing in this matrix is by happenstance. Nothing is by accident. And the more that we are able to understand that with confidence, the more that we actually free our minds and have more of an independent and free ability to make a choice. But then the question is which choice is going to lead us to the promised land? If they both look exactly the same and they both are fighting and not coming to the two, the mother energy, the partnership, the compromise, the collaboration, then you're just continuing to trot along and support the polarization and the oppositional energy. And you're just getting caught up in it. That's my opinion. But looking at what we see here with the presidential debate, that it's all symbolics. If you'd like to see more, because there's a lot that I'm not saying in this, I do and will be uploading a video to my Patreon tomorrow on it's 20 minutes long, talking about the debate in more depth, talking about the breakdown of how the layout is during the debate and what is behind them, and just discussing how all is working together and the things that we need to be able to decode so that we can see the truth. So if you would like to hear more of a breakdown, the things that I can't really, that I choose not to say on just my public platform, then check out my Patreon down below. But also check out on my YouTube, I have a incredible talk with three other astrologers, and we discuss the presidential election, and we talk about the birth charts of Kamala Harris, Biden, and Trump. And you'll see here that there's certain things that are just destined to be. All right. Thank you guys so much for tuning into this random video, random live. And I'm just getting used to my lives, and hopefully I can figure out more of what I can do. And if you have ideas on what I should do, then let me know, because I can use all the help I can get. Okay. Peace and love. Have a great evening.